Hey guys, it's Teresa here, your creative solutions creator and professional mess maker for the Creative Campus. Today, I have some fun things for you. I want to share with you some fun ways that you can learn and build new skills, including body movement control, while you learn about construction. So I have 3 fun ways that I want to share with you today, and I would love, as always, to hear your fun ideas for construction, learning, and skill building, as well as body movement control ideas. So the activities I'm going to share with you today are going to center around math. So the first one is Build It games, and I love these games. These games are perfect for body movement control practice, as well as practicing and learning about math. And the great thing about Build It activities is that you can alter them depending on the age and skill level of the child. So you can make the math more difficult, you can make the tasks more difficult, you can make the construction of the object you're putting together more difficult. So I'm going to give you just a basic overview of how to use this activity, and I'm going to let you customize it for the age of the children that you are teaching, and the actual item that they have interest in building. So I love to use this activity with things like robots and constructing cities, which ties in perfectly with the monthly theme of construction, and also transportation. You can allow kids to explore the different forms of transportation, by air, by water, by land, and you can engage in learning about how you use the different forms of transportation and how they can create their own boat or plane or helicopter or car or truck or any form of transportation they choose. They could choose a train as well. So basically how I put these Build It games together is I offer up loose parts, and I offer either a dice or a number chart. And if I use a number chart, I assign a number to each item. But you could also integrate math equations as well. So if you're practicing addition or subtraction or multiplication or division, you could do it that way as well. You could say, for instance, if you're working with building a city, you could say something like, in our city, we are going to build 6 houses. And each house has to have X amount of blocks, X amount of square blocks, X amount of rectangle blocks. You can set it up any way that you want to. If each house has X amount of blocks, how many blocks are we going to use all together? And then they have to either add them, multiply them, divide them, however you want to set up the equation. Now, kids have a lot of fun with this because they get to be creative and create an object, but they're actually practicing their math skills. And you can even switch up the type of construction materials you use. You can use life-size blocks. You could use real patio stones. You could use small Lego blocks. And depending on the type of blocks you use, you're going to practice using a different set of motor skills. And that's where the motor skills and body control skill comes into practice. They have to learn how to pick up the different materials that are different weights and move them from place to place or to stack them or whatever. And you keep seeing me distracted, but I'm sitting here under this giant tree and things keep falling on me, so forgive me for being distracted. So number 2 is science experiments with materials. So you can, again, practice body movement control by the different ways you would move the materials. So if you're working with bricks, or you're working with mud, or you're mixing mud together, moving those things is going to require a different level of body movement control. Now, you can tie this one into an obstacle course where they have to move the different types of materials from place to place. But in order to move the materials from one area to another, they have to go through different obstacles, maybe without spilling the materials. So they have to carry a certain number of blocks as they go through the obstacle. Or they have to transfer the bucket of mud or clay that they have created through an obstacle. Another way that you can do this is with science experiments and experimenting with what holds better or what holds more weight. So what material holds up better? You could use things like actual blocks, clay, or paper to build structures out of and add weight or wind or different things to them to see how strong they are and figure out which building materials are more durable and hold up better under different conditions. And the third one is another favorite of mine. This one is task listening games. This one you, again, can use as a small motor activity. You can use this one as a whole body activity, or you could focus this one on gross motor. And I would encourage you to do it something along these lines. Giving students or your own children a story problem that involves a task that they have to complete. And they have to listen to the task to be able to complete it properly. So an example would be use 2 straws and 1 sheet of paper to create a tent or to create a roof. And you could go even further, adding more and more steps depending on the age and the attention span of the child. So these are just brief descriptions of these different activities. I hope you have fun with them, and I hope that you also will put your own spin on them. And when you do, I hope you will share them with the rest of us, because I enjoy seeing how you guys put your own spin on these activity ideas and how you make them your own. So I hope you enjoy these activities. I hope you guys have a lot of fun learning today and building new skills. And I also hope that you get out in this wonderful weather and spend as much time outside today as humanly possible. Alright guys, enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and I can't wait to hear what you think of these activities. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.